Good day to you with Travis. Today is Thursday, October 23rd. Gosh, it seems like this week's flown by, at least for me anyway. Stocks opened a little bit positive this morning. They got a brutal beating yesterday, I think down 500 at close. But just based on global fears of recession, like we've talked about, as well as just some ugly quarterly reports from some of the big companies we talked about yesterday with Wachovia and a few of the drug companies as well. So, interesting how the reports are coming out. Not a shocker. Mortgage-backed securities actually down slightly this morning. They've been jumping around, so I think there's going to be some stability in mortgage-backed securities. Probably not a big one today. There is a bit of flight to safety and security into treasuries again today. We've seen this in the past few weeks with money just going into treasuries with the unknown in the stock market. Unemployment numbers came out this morning. Unemployment numbers all, if they're bad, will cause mortgage-backed securities to go up, as weird as that may sound. But it didn't really have that effect this morning, just based on the gains we've seen in this week alone, just in the mortgage-backed securities being in a real positive area. Fortunately, we have a 200-day moving average, which is a line of support that goes underneath trading levels for mortgage-backed securities. And so bust through these layers of resistance, then layers or floors of this. And so I think as long as we're above that 200, we're going to see rates continue to be favorable mortgages right now. They look great right now. Also, Goldman Sachs announced that they're going to lay off 3,200 people, which will add to the problem with unemployment numbers that came out today. Jobless claims came in at 478,000, a little bit higher than expected. And we continue to see that number probably climb based on companies' losses in earnings, in turn will cause them to lay off employees or fire them. And so I think we're going to see that number go up, maybe even to the 1,000 range come Christmas time. So not a real exciting Christmas time for our economy, but hopefully we'll see improvements in the first quarter. Outside of that, the 4-week after jobless claims is at a high. Again, surprising, but not real exciting either for us to confidence back into the economy. But I'll end on a good note. Oil is trading lower again this morning, 50 cents down, hopefully maybe $1 down, but we're at $66 a barrel of oil right now, compared to 148 July. So gosh, see a drop that is great. Just a little bit of consumer help in the wallet, in the pocketbook. So that's good news. And just a thought I'd like to leave on today. Jim Rohn, heard of Jim Rohn, in just entrepreneurship as well as just being a leader in the industry as far as inspiration and quotes and things. And he said basically, and this is for my industry and maybe some of yours, is that we all must suffer from one of two pains. One being the pain of discipline, and the other being the pain of regret. And basically the difference between discipline and regret is discipline weighs an ounce and regret weighs tons. And so that's so true, though, if you think about it. Successful people do the things unsuccessful people don't want to do. It's not like the successful people doing those things, it's just they know they have to do them to get where they need to. So don't let regret be weighing on you like a ton. Just do the hard stuff, do the disciplines as hard as it may be sometimes, but you will be happy about it for it. So have an awesome week, or at least awesome day, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we're here to serve, so be blessed.